Good evening, everybody. I'm Ann Nyberg. Darren has the night off. Devastating building collapses around the state today. In Middletown, a three-story brick building came down this morning. Tonight, more than a dozen people who live nearby are out of their homes. News 8's Bob Wilson is on the scene with more.
Right now, I count 1, 2, 3 cranes, a flatbed, several fire trucks, and ambulances as crews go through and try to figure out which buildings are damaged and which ones are safe. Many people tonight spending the night at Middletown High School.
You heard this loud boom, and it was all over the street.
It happened in the blink of an eye, and now it could take days or even weeks to clean up. An entire city block on Main Street closed, more than a half a dozen buildings evacuated, forcing businesses and tenants out onto the street.
My wife called me and let me know that it caved in, so we got down there and they emptied our apartment out because the fire department was going to each apartment.
The Red Cross loads up its first bus and hands out emergency kits to more than a dozen people at the shelter in the high school. Since they could be out of their home for more than a day, they will be calling the Super 8 home for now. For others who just need a night while their buildings are inspected, cots were set up in the gymnasium.
If you have that fear that you have no place to go or it's going to collapse or no utilities, then you can come here.
As Sheila and Eddie take the bus off to the Super 8, they're not sure how long they'll be homeless and are concerned as everything they own is in the building. How long are you going to be out of your apartment, do you think?
They have a company coming over to inspect each building one by one. So we're looking at probably 2, maybe 3 days.
It's quite a sight in the gymnasium when you take a look around and see all of these empty cots. And you may say, why all the cots? Well, it's a precaution. That's because they're also worried about other buildings in Middletown. And should those start to collapse or people have to be evacuated, they'll be all set, ready to take them in. We're on the scene in Middletown. Bob Wilson, News 8.